What's up guys, Wilson here, and we have a special project that we are about to begin, which is for this car, a Porsche 964. And what makes this car even more special is that this is a Singer Reimagined Porsche 964, which makes this bespoke. So what we're going to do with this car, since the car has been fully rebuilt, fully repainted, is that we are going to protect every single panel on here, all custom installed so that it can be as seamless as possible, using ClearGuard Alpha G2 so that all of the beautiful paint will not have excess orange peel texture, especially since most of the panels have been rebuilt with carbon fiber. So what we're going to do now is get this project started. You're going to take a glimpse at our entire process, and at the very end I'm going to do a detailed walk around to show you every single panel and show you exactly how we do it and give you some close-up shots of the final results. So check this out. Alright guys, this project is completed, so for the rest of this video I'm going to take you on a walk around to show you some close-up details of the work that went into here and show you what the final result looks like. This car is actually quite difficult because there are a lot of panels where there is extremely high compound curvature, so I'm going to show you all of those details. And let's start with the hood. As you can see, the hood has a fuel cap opening area right over here. We brought the film into these areas, folded it around the corner and edges wherever possible, whether it's this area or the front leading edges, back leading edges, everywhere is wrapped wherever it can to maximize protection. Now onto a more difficult panel, which are the front fenders. As you can see, there are some really harsh compound curvatures right around here, and how the fender bends around back this way. It just makes installation really difficult without distortions, but we did it nonetheless. This fender is actually quite a bit more aggressive and harsh to do PPF, even more so than the Porsche 993. And as we show you some close-up shots in this area right over here, you can see how we wrap the film into all of the gapped areas wherever possible, all for the sake of making this as seamless as it can get while maximizing protection. All the leading edges up in the front areas, those are all wrapped as well. Now, where we don't have film to wrap, we normally bring the film right up to the panel edge so that it blends in with the rest of the panel and looks like there's no film on there. And as an example, I want to show you this area right over here along the top molding. As you can see, we brought the film right up to the panel edge so close that you don't even see that there are any seams right there. Again, we want to maximize protection, and just so that it makes this car look that much better after it is fully protected. Now let's take a look at the front bumper. The front and rear bumper have really high compound curvature, just like much of the panels on here. The panel bends all the way in, comes out, and then bends in again, comes this way with some really large curves, and in the front and side areas there are some vent openings, and as you can see, we brought the film right up to the panel edge, and again, maximizing protection for this panel and car. Now let's make our way to the side of the car, and I want to show you the most difficult panel on here, which is the full roof. The roof starts from the back and comes all the way to the front side, and along the top it's sort of like wrapping a bubble. And once you get past that area, there's this big bend along the A-pillars and comes all the way to the front as a one-piece panel from back to front. Now let's take a closer look at the washer area, and that's usually the first area where a lot of installers have issues, and you normally get a lot of seams and gappage around this area. We wrap the film in there underneath the molding so that you don't get those seams, and it just looks that much better. And after you get past the washers, you have the windshield wipers to contend with, which is why many installers would do a joining seam right over here, right down the middle. And as you can see, we did this entire roof one piece so that you don't get any of those seams, and all of the panels, all of the surface area is fully protected. Now let's make our way to the side of the car, to the door area, and let's show you some close-up details around the door handles. We brought the film right up into these areas, wrapped it underneath, tucked it underneath, and the back side of here is fully protected. Another panel that we did at the request of the owner is this inner kick panel. There's a lot of surface area right along here, and when the owner and the occupants come in and out of the car, this area is most likely going to pick up a lot of shoe scuffs. We did this panel right over here, one piece all the way from the back all the way into the inner side so that it is fully protected, and the owner will no longer have to worry about those nasty shoe scuffs. Now let's walk away to the back side of the car, and I want to show you two more panels, two of the more difficult panels as well. This ducktail in the rear is actually, again, another one of those panels that are difficult to do just because it's really small, but it has a lot of curvature, which is why many times when this is done at all, you will get a joining seam that comes all the way around this back side, and many times this back side is not even protected as well. We use one single sheet of film that protects it from top all the way to the bottom, so it essentially eliminates 99% of the seams that would normally be on there. Now the last panel I want to show you is the rear bumper, and obviously there are a lot of details going on here that makes installation difficult. Essentially, we protected the entire rear bumper, every single surface area on here, even the areas behind the license plate frame, is fully protected. On areas where we don't have room to wrap, we bring the film right up to the panel edge, and where we do have room to wrap, we will wrap it to make it as seamless as it can get. Now, after the PPF was completed, we ceramic coated the entire car to give it added protection from the environment and also help it make maintenance that much easier when the owner is washing his car. Things don't stick on there quite as much. The PPF ClearGuard Alpha is already super hydrophobic, and adding any kind of ceramic coating on there just makes maintenance that much easier. It is also the best optical clarity PPF and also the best gloss as well. And for any owners who have carbon fiber panels, you know that many times the carbon fiber weave shows through on the paint. What ClearGuard Alpha did for this car is that it covered all of that, essentially bringing up the gloss and the optical clarity of the paint itself. And right now, this is as detailed of a PPF installation that you would get and as clean as you would get. So guys, we're really excited for this project because we know this owner through many years, and I'm sure he's going to be super ecstatic finally getting this back to him, and I know that he's going to be able to drive it with a peace of mind from now on. And I want to thank you for watching another one of our videos, and until our next one, we'll see you soon.